In sales, time is important. You need to make an impression in your 7 to 10 seconds. You need to make that first impression, and you don't want to prove that you're a time waster. When you say, how are you, you're handing control to the prospect. For example, you're calling John. How are you, John? Most likely, John is going to say, how are you? How are you? Who are you? Who is now in control? That's the customer who is now in control. So what you want is to retain control as you're starting the conversation. In sales, customers are like girls. Girls, they like a confident person. Customers, it's like riding a horse. A horse requires someone who's confident. If you're confident, if you notice most of the times, the more you're scared that a customer is going to reject you, the more you get that rejection. Greetings guys, my name is Jerry Monyazungu, aka the Chartered Vendor. Welcome to the Chartered Vendor Corner, where we talk about everything business, everything entrepreneurship. And today I have a sales conversation, and I want to tell you why you should not say how are you in sales. I know that most of you are shocked why saying how are you, it's not supposed to be you're not supposed to put that phrase in sales. Yes, I'll tell you next video what you can say instead. But how are you, number one, when you say how are you, you're handing control to the prospect. For example, you're calling John. How are you, John? Most likely, John is going to say, how are you? How are you? Who are you? Who is now in control? That's the customer who is now in control. So what you want is to retain control as you're starting the conversation. So instead of saying, how are you? What you must say, you must say words which are going to give you control. For example, greetings, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. For example, because when you say, how are you? You are surrendering, number two, the most important thing, time. Time. In sales, time is important. You need to make an impression in your 7 to 10 seconds. You need to make that first impression, and you don't want to prove that you're a time waster. So what you are now, when you say how are you, you are also surrendering control in terms, you're surrendering control first. Number two, you are also wasting time, vital time. So let's say, if you want to greet a customer whilst you're prospecting or whilst you're calling a customer, this is what you're going to say. Greetings, Simba, or greetings, Mr. Simba. My name is Jerry. I'm from M&J. I can have a minute of your time. What it does now is it forces Mr. Simba to address the question, which is, may I kindly have a minute, or may I kindly have 27 seconds of your time? It forces him to say yes or no. And you're straight to the point. You've given them your name, your company name, and that's more clear. So even if you look at it, the 7 seconds, that's when you're going to greet and make an impression. And number three, why you should not use how are you? That's what every salesperson is doing. That's what every unprepared salesperson is doing. They are saying, how are you? Stop saying, how are you? It kills your sales. It's killing your sales right now. Yes, we can say, how are you in a casual conversation, or probably you're meeting someone face to face. They already know you. Don't say, how are you? It's killing your sales. That's what everyone is saying. So remember, when you're prospecting this customer, many people are prospecting to these customers. You are many who are calling these customers. And if you're different, you're going to be given attention better than someone who is just coming in the same manner. So when you say, how are you as well, number four, it weakens authority. It weakens authority. It weakens your authority. It sounds as if you are hesitating. It sounds as if you are nervous. You've got fear. You are fearing being direct. Remember, dealing with decision makers. Be direct. I was laughing just yesterday when I heard someone prospecting from scratch. This is what he was saying. He would say, hi, John. This is a cold call. I would like to tell you that this is a cold call. If you don't want a cold call, feel free to hang up, or may I kindly just have 30 seconds of your time? Which one are you taking? Then the client immediately, they'll say, if what you're saying is making sense, get that 30 seconds. Because why? Remember, in sales, customers are like girls. Girls, they like a confident person. Customers, it's like riding a horse. A horse requires someone who's confident. If you're confident, if you notice most of the times, the more you're scared that a customer is going to reject you, the more you get that rejection. But the more when you're now saying someone, so what? Yeah, you can repeat this. Some will, some won't, so what? Next, SW cubed. It's very important. So when you say, how are you? You are surrendering all the authority to the customer, and instead, I've told you, say greetings, say good afternoon or good evening. Then, how are you? Like what I said even on the start when I was starting. When you say how are you, you're inviting a conversation which is unnecessary. Sometimes you can even reach to 30 seconds where you guys are still greeting each other. It's an unnecessary conversation. So we don't want an unnecessary conversation on a call. And unnecessary conversation is taking away from something which is important. You are supposed to get a decision. You are supposed to get a meeting. You are supposed to get an impression or a course of action. So remember, don't say how are you. And number 6, it encourages avoidance. When you say how are you, what is just going to happen? Long introduction will encourages avoidance. When someone just say how are you to me, I'm like, I'm busy right now. How are you? How are you? By the way, who are you? How are you? By the way, I'm busy right now. How are you? By the way, I'm not interested. How are you? By the way, please send on the email. That's what you're going to be doing. So it encourages avoidance. Then last but not least, number 7, it lowers conversion on cold contacts. This is what I'm saying. It lowers your conversion in cold accounts. If you want to be brushed off, if you want more rejection, use how are you, and you lower your chances to slice through the cold contact. Yes, you can use how are you in setups like this is a repeat client, they already know you, but every time you're saying how are you, you're killing yourself. So remember, what sells its language, and the language which you use in sales is the one which is vital. It's the one which is going to depend if you're going to close a deal or you lose a deal. So remember, never say how are you, drop using how are you in sales. Remember the 7 reasons which I said how are you, it's a no in sales. Remember this, how you're going to be greetings. If you say greetings, Jerry, may I can leave a minute of your time? There's no way someone will say greetings. It's rare. They usually answer your questions. And the question that you're going to ask, it has to be profound. When you ask a question like how are you, you always get a question which is where you don't want the conversation to go. So remember not to say how are you in sales for you to make more sales. Thank you.